So welcome to Doing Things Dan's Way. If you're just jumping in on this series, we're in the middle of a series talking about the WEN 2350 watt generator, the 235i here. The previous video was the unboxing, the first oil change, or the oil addition anyway, all that fun stuff. So click up here for the full playlist of all the videos in this series. This video is going to start with us throwing gas in this thing, find out how many pulls it takes from the very first start to get going. Then we're going to run it for a little bit, take a look at the magnetic dipstick and see how much material and residue is on there. And then we'll go ahead and run it for a few hours, 4, 5, 6 hours, and see what the oil looks like after that. Do our first oil change, check that magnetic dipstick one more time, and get some impressions. So don't go away. This is Doing Things Dan's Way. Let's get some gas in this thing. Obviously, I'm going to go outside because I don't want to do this in an enclosed garage. I'm doing all this, honestly, just for the sake of lighting and audio and consistency. So let's take it just outside and get some gas in it and fire it off. Okay, we'll turn this in the on position. We'll pull choke, turn this to on, make sure our eco mode is off. As you can see, this is one that it still has a lot of directionality. So the exhaust side is definitely a lot louder. It's open air, obviously, has the generator function in it. Now that's a nice purr. Now this is quiet enough where I can just speak my normal talking voice and feel like I'm probably still being heard by you. This in a quiet box especially, it has some, I wouldn't call it misses, but like you can hear kind of a little bumps every once in a while. Now this is the first power up, so we'll let this 1 cup of fuel go through it, and then I'll pull that dipstick out and we'll see how things are looking there. Now I'm going to put this into fuel off mode and see how long it takes to die. Now I'm not going to do an eco mode because it'll take like 5 minutes for it to die. So I'm going to take it out of eco mode and let it burn off the fuel that's in the car and see how long that takes. Okay, and there you have it. It finally died. That was that felt like a long time, and that was not in eco mode. So in eco mode, I ran it for 5 or 6 minutes, and it still hadn't died. So I just kind of found that was just kind of silly. If you really mean to turn it off, you're not going to wait that long. So definitely take it out of eco mode, and then you get the time that you just saw there. Okay, so we just ran 1 cup worth of fuel through this generator, sitting in eco mode, just to get it its first little burn in. Let's pull out our magnetic dipstick and see what kind of residue we find on the dipstick. So, kind of like the other one, there's just a little bit of black residue on there. Yeah, that doesn't scare me at all. There's no large particles. It's just a haze. Okay, I'm gonna take it out, put a bunch of fuel in it, and let it run for 3-4 hours or so, and we'll pull it back in and we'll pull the dipstick out again, see how it looks. We'll change the oil, and then I can start applying some load. Okay, I'm gonna let this warm up, or burn in for 2-3 hours. It's probably 5 or 6 hours of just running in either eco mode or in just standard run mode with no load on it. So let's pull out our magnetic dipstick and take a look at what kind of a pickup it has on there, and then let's do our first oil change. Okay, wow, there's almost nothing on there. You can see that. And there's less now after, let's say, 6 hours of running than there was the first 15 minutes. Good, that's that. So now let's take a look at the oil itself. Now I have just a classic automotive oil pan down here on the floor. I'm gonna dump some oil in this and take a look at just the color of it. Okay, I mean it's gotten darkened, but I can still see light through it. I can still see my finger through it, through the glass. So even on the camera, this looks kind of dark, but it's actually like a really dark ale, or amber ale, looking at the light through it. That's pretty impressive for a small motor. I would expect more residue. But let's go ahead and just dump the whole thing out and load it up with another 0.5 liters of fresh synthetic oil. Okay, I have oil right up to the first few threads again, and so we should be good to go. Okay guys, that's going to be a wrap on this video. So far it went together really easily. It starts up really quickly. It's reasonably quiet. The next video will dig into things such as what is the noise level at various power levels, what is the efficiency of it compared to other generators. But go ahead and click up here for the next video. And like I said, this is a series, so hit subscribe if you want to see the next ones and see these as they come out and how I compare this to other units out there. Let me know in the comments below what other generators I should be taking a look at. Is the Honda the gold standard, or are you interested in others, such as maybe one of the Harbor Freight units and how this compares to it in terms of noise at the different energy levels, that sort of thing. So I hope this is the kind of content you want to see here in the future. Let me know. Love to see your comments down below and questions. I get back to pretty much everybody that comments on my channel. And don't forget, I did have links in the description down below for a couple of products, and it does help me out if you were to buy things using those links or buy anything else for that matter. That would be awesome. Super appreciate it. So for this video, and until next time, guys, be blessed.